Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 40 of the Vidiots podcast. Let's hop right in. What have you been up to?
It's been a weird, crazy week.
Okay.
Well, I finished Last of Us. It didn't take me that long.
Was that the 4K remastered?
No, it's not 4K remastered. Not 4K. It's HDR.
HDR.
Update to it.
Same thing.
But I really played it to get that trophy. Talk about that later.
Is that the one that glitched? Or is that Jason that glitched?
Jason's glitched.
Jason's glitched.
I think I got on mine.
Okay.
That was supposed to. Still reading it. Almost done. Almost done it.
How much you got left?
6.5 chapters, because the one I read today was extremely long. I only read half of it. It's the longest chapter in the book, I think. The Ritual of Chud. Chewed.
Reading.
Chud. I don't even know what it refers to be honest. I haven't gotten that far yet in the chapter to know what the heck that even means. But we got to see crazy Henry Bowers, adult Henry Bowers. Yeah, it is. Oh gosh.
What?
Oh, and I started watching Preacher, which I'll talk about later.
I've heard about that.
I started that.
I don't know what to think.
You haven't seen it.
No, I've seen previews for it. Because it's on like all the time. Previews. I feel like I see previews for it all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, the other stuff we don't need. Not important enough.
Okay.
But it's been a weird week. I'll just say that. Okay. Interesting. Week.
A bitty game. I'll get to that.
Bit a game.
Beat.
Are you eating the cartridges from the Switch?
No, I don't do that. It's disgusting.
You bit a game.
Beat. So I'll get to that in my reviews. Other than that, nothing really too big as far as what I've been up to. So, news. You got any news?
Yeah.
Okay, you go first.
Well, big news. Kind of big, kind of sad, but not really.
And what's that?
They announced the final volume of Mystery Science Theater.
What do you mean the final?
The final volume, the DVD sets.
Like, and then all of them
that have been, no, because they can't get the rights to the
other ones? Oh.
I have been, these have been coming out for 15 years. I've been buying them. Volume 39.
Hey, then
and it said...
Then we can actually do a marathon because we know how many there is.
39 volumes, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, normally, it's 4 movies in a box set.
Yes.
But they said they could only get rights to 3. So the 4th disc is all the host segments from the movies they couldn't get the rights to.
Oh,
you know, those segments.
The segments that we always skip?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you pre-order it, you get a bonus disc of bloopers.
Well,
pre-order from the website. So I went ahead and did that. The first 1500.
I was going to say, the bloopers might be interesting.
And this volume does include the final episode.
Oh,
I figured, I was hoping the final volume would have the final episode. So it does. So
does it actually like end the series?
Yes.
Or? Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah. That was a big thing. I remember that. I was watching the show when it ended. Me and Jesse and Mark Wise, we were big on that.
Okay.
We watched that last episode. I remember we got together and had a little party. So yeah, Mystery Science Theater and 15 years. 39 volumes. Now there was some that they released as single releases for whatever reason.
Okay.
And there was 3 of them I need to buy. There's 3 movies there.
Oh, okay.
For whatever reason, they had to release them singles.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why. It was a rights thing. I don't know. So there are 3 more I got to get outside of this last volume, and that'll be it.
Are you sad?
It's a bummer. Yeah, well, there's a bunch of episodes that I don't have. I think it's like 10.
Oh wow.
They weren't able to release.
That's sad. That's always sad.
Yeah. I'm kind of happy though, because those are expensive and they come out 3 times a year for 15 years.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of times it's a birthday gift because one always comes out around my birthday.
Oh, okay.
The other one
There you
always
go.
comes out around Christmas. So a lot of times it's...
Right.
So I'm kind of happy that they're finally done. It's like, gee, okay, thank you.
Bittersweet.
Yeah. 39 volumes. Even the other news I have, there was a Mario Kart update.
Was there? What
Yeah, a
deal?
little one. Something about online. There was one little thing fixed.
All right.
Another online, thing that doesn't really...
Right.
I don't care about.
Um,
That was it. I think.
For me, news-wise, Sonic Mania came out today, and the reviews have been coming in, and it's been getting fantastic reviews, which is awesome. For the first
best
time
ever.
Finally, we're getting a
best
Sonic game
reviews
with
ever.
good reviews. For a Sonic game, yeah, it's getting like 8 and 9s, like high 8s, 9s, which is, for a Sonic game, which is great. So I'm looking forward to it. I pre-ordered the collector's edition from Amazon. It's not coming till Thursday for some reason. But once that comes, I will definitely be playing it and reviewing it. I am excited. So just so excited. I want to play it so bad. I'm trying to stay off of the internet to avoid spoilers. So
How many spoilers can there be in this?
they haven't revealed all the zones yet, and
You're screwed.
never.
See, he's doing his electric thing now. You can't get by him. He's breaking everything he sees and doing that.
Yeah, as far as other news, I
I
don't think
don't
I have
know.
anything.
I don't know. I keep hearing stuff about Justice League being terrible.
Really?
That's why Josh Whedon has to change the ending.
I know. I don't know what's going on with DC.
I know.
They only had one good one so far.
I know. Well, they haven't had too many movies though.
It's true, but
Just
Wonder Woman is
Superman.
apparently the only one that's
Superman
done really well
movies.
for them.
Yeah.
And I guess the other Batman movies, like The Dark Knight and stuff.
That's not part of the DC extended universe though.
That's still part of DC movies, though, isn't
Well,
it?
but not part of that universe. Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, because
There's a difference here.
It's not Ben Affleck.
It's not even the same story or the same Batman at all. Nothing is the same about it.
Fine.
Oh, God.
I don't think I have any other news.
Wasn't watching the news front.
Yeah, it's been
Kind
kind
of thing. I thought.
of slow, kind of.
Well, which is weird because of Christmas time is coming up, and this is usually when stuff comes out. They at least start announcing stuff. The Christmas season, but I haven't. Nothing has really been announced.
Was there?
Blu-ray or
I don't think Nintendo's done anything either.
no. Well, SNES.
Soon. Soon, man. Soon. So. I think that's all I got, yeah. What are you looking at?
There was like frogs coming out of the ground.
See frogs?
Yes, they look like frogs.
I don't think it was frogs. I think
I ate crabs. I went to a crab feed.
What?
Crab feed on Saturday.
Oh.
I ate a bunch of crabs and fried chicken.
Was it good?
Heck yeah, man. It's always good. Good every year. New Oxford.
Interesting.
Every year we go to
We're at in Oxford.
New Oxford Social Hall Pavilion thing.
Okay.
There wasn't an ammonia leak this year. Like
Oh,
last
that's
year at the stupid
okay.
Turkey
I
factory.
remember that.
Yeah, I had to leave in the middle of it. In the middle of eating my crabs. Stooges.
That's fantastic.
Once a year. It had to happen that stinking day. Whatever.
That's fantastic. Alright. Got any other news then, or are we good?
I don't think so.
Okay. Then, I guess... You got anything?
Reviews?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I have technically 2 movies and a game.
Oh
so-
my goodness. Okay.
And you have how many?
Just two, I guess.
Just two?
2.5.
I guess I'll do one. You do one.
I say 2.5. 1.5. I mean.
1.5?
Yeah.
I guess I'll do one, and then you can do the other.
Oh, I watched a commentary on RoboCop 2.
Yeah, RoboCop.
It was well, there's two commentary tracks. The one I listened to was the guys who did this RoboCop documentary.
Okay.
I think they were just a bunch of fans. They were from the UK.
Nothing.
They were from the UK, so it's kind of hard to understand them a little bit, and they all talked over each other sometimes. I don't know what they're saying. And they were noticing things about the movie while they were doing the content they never noticed before. Like a boom, there was a boom mic. You could see a boom mic.
Oh, really?
And the one guy was like, "Was that a boom mic?" I never noticed. These guys did a documentary on this movie,
Right?
and they're noticing things that they never noticed before while they were doing the commentary. It's pretty neat, though. And they made an error.
What, the commentary guys?
Yeah, because the one scene where there's the Little League baseball team. Now, I said this when I did my review.
Right.
That the one kid there was from It. From the miniseries.
Right.
The actor. They said the same thing, but they said the wrong kid. They said it was the kid who played Bill, the one that died.
Right.
I was like, no, that's not right. It's the other. It was Eddie, not Bill.
Mm-hmm.
And that kid didn't die. Bill did. That kid did. He did die.
Poor kids.
He committed suicide later in life. Yeah.
It's pretty harsh.
He was on Sequest. That was another big thing he was on. Sequest, that TV show in the 90s. Sequest, something, I don't know. I never watched it. But anyway.
Okay.
So I watched the commentary on RoboCop 3.
Was that your review? Was that one of your reviews?
No,
or was that just
that's what I did
okay.
this week. I was part of it. I forgot.
Okay.
I knew there was something else.
Okay.
Who's doing the first review?
Well, you only have 1.5, you said, right?
I have 1.5.
Alright, so I'll go first.
Alright.
So we'll start with the movie.
Pay attention while you play this dumb game. Why are you even playing this? What's the point of you playing this right now?
Getting ready for Mania, man.
So you're not even accomplishing anything playing this.
Yeah. Well,
What?
I haven't beaten it yet, so I haven't gotten all the trophies. Anyway. So with first movie I watched, I kind of was watching it while watching Sebi, so it's kind of right now. As far as like, I want to watch it again, but I'll just give my first impressions of 2012.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
Yes, I went to the movie theater to see that movie.
It's been something I wanted to watch since it came out
from that
but
movie.
I didn't. And
all I remember is snow.
Snow?
Wasn't there snow?
Oh, at some
Was there
point.
a nuclear winter? Something?
Oh, the White House. That's ashes. That's not snow.
Oh, I thought it was snow. See, I really don't remember that movie. That's how much I didn't really care
It's
for
because
it.
the Yellowstone volcano blew up.
Is that what it was? I thought
Yeah.
it was like a...
No, the Yellowstone volcano blew up. And the ashes...
there was a winter.
They go on a mountain with snow at one point.
No, it was like regular buildings, houses and stuff.
Sure you're not thinking about The Day After Tomorrow?
Oh, you know what? That might be. You're right. I am thinking... Wasn't Jake Gyllenhaal in that?
No, that was Dennis Quaid, I think. It was in Day After Tomorrow.
No, it's Jake Gyllenhaal.
I don't...
Maybe I didn't see 2012. There was... Who's in The Day After Tomorrow? Tell me, because that might be the movie. What's that about?
It's with the Statue of Liberty, snow, Dennis Quaid. Yeah,
Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay. I told you. You said Jake Gyllenhaal was in 2012. Is he in both?
Hold on.
Yes.
I might have got
I'm
the
thinking of the
actor.
wrong movie.
I think I got the
I'm
actor
sorry.
wrong. No, John Cusack.
Well, there's a big difference between those.
Is that the guy that plays Black Panther?
No, he was Baron Mordo. Doctor Strange.
So he's in Marvel. I knew I've seen him somewhere before. He looked like a Marvel character. Anyway, 2012. Okay, so you haven't seen it.
No.
Okay.
That's the guys that did Independence Day. Roland Emmerich and what's his face.
Okay.
Did 2012.
From what I saw, it was pretty good. I just want to watch it again so I can actually fully understand what I'm supposed to understand.
It's the end of the world. The apocalypse.
Basically, yes.
The Mayan.
They have these arc
Not the
machines.
Revelation Apocalypse that they did.
No.
This is the end.
The one,
That's what it was. This is the end was about.
The one guy makes a reference to some Christians call it rapture, other people call it like the end of the world. It's like
Nobody was getting raptured, were they?
not in 2012.
Why would he
no,
say that?
This was before it
They
happened.
weren't. This is the end.
This was
It's pretty neat.
this was before it happened.
Oh.
Like the guy was saying it before it happened.
Okay.
But it was good. Again, I want to watch it again so I can do a full, like, fledged review. But from what I saw, it looked good. I don't know why it took me this long to actually watch it, but I did, and oh,
What was the point of that, Sean?
I was supposed to go higher. But yeah, it was good. I'll come back to that probably whenever I can actually watch it again. So, and then I have two more, but I'll let you go next.
The Last of Us. I might as well review. I mean, this is the 4th time I played the game.
Okay, then yeah.
But I know we weren't doing this when I first played it.
Yeah. You won't be able to give like your first impressions. Well, I mean, you kind of could.
Yeah, that's what. It's a concerning story and presentation. This
It's
is
made by the
easily,
same people who did Uncharted.
Yes,
right?
this is easily the best game ever made.
Okay.
The Godfather of video games, like the standard by which video game storytelling should be measured. It is the only video game I ever played where I became so emotionally invested in the characters and what was going on. Only one.
Naughty Dog has a way of doing that, I
it's
feel like.
pretty amazing, actually. The story is darn good. The story between Ellie and Joel. The other stuff that was going on, I kind of still am a little confused as to who's who in that. It's post-apocalyptic. It's very, you can tell there's a Walking Dead influence. The Walking Dead.
Was The Walking Dead before that?
Yes.
Okay.
Walking Dead has been around for a while.
Oh. I don't follow
just
it,
that sort of storytelling in the Walking Dead style. Very kind of depressing.
Okay.
And yeah, dark and depressing.
Okay.
But it had a way of infusing story into gameplay too, which was kind of neat. Not too many games do that. God of War did. God of War, I think, was the first game that could do that. Sort of. Have weird sort of.
Was it Uncharted?
Cinematic. Uncharted does it too. This game does it in more
was
an
God of War
emotional
before
way.
Uncharted?
Oh heck yeah! God of War's PS2.
Well, so was Uncharted, wasn't it?
Wasn't
the first one?
PS3.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I don't.
God of War was big. God of War when that
so.
first came out, that sort of weird cinematic game. Like, God of War was the first to start that. Like
Okay.
where you would do different things, something
Like quick time
one
events
where
during,
not just QuickTime. Shenmue started QuickTime.
Oh, okay.
God of War, like there'd be one scene where you fight sort of not really a boss, but sort of like it's one of the gods you fight.
Okay.
And you beat him, and it turns to first person view, and he's like shining this light on you to blind you because that's what his power was.
Okay.
And you see Kratos' hand, and you're moving his hand to block the light. Like that's the only part in the game where it's like you'll do weird stuff like that in God of War, in the God of War series, which was cool. And now some games kind of copy that. Uncharted kind of did different things like that every now and then.
Yeah.
Last of Us followed that, but not as much.
I mean, it's made by
Not as
some
much
people.
as Uncharted. I mean, you can see the Uncharted influence on the game easily, but not as it's definitely not
Uncharted.
lighthearted and
Well, yeah, it's rated
it's
M,
very
right?
different tonally.
Well, I mean, Uncharted's not lighthearted, but it's
Yes, it is.
it's T for teen craze.
I don't mean that. The tone of the game is not dark at all. Uncharted isn't. That's a fun adventure. It's a fun adventure.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not. I mean, the post-apocalyptic. There are zombies. They're not zombies. They're infected people. They're infected with this fungus. I mean, it's zombies. I mean, that part's not original, but
it's zombies.
They're
You said zombies.
I didn't say zombies.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I said zombies.
We can listen to this again.
I did not say
You
zombies.
sound like you said zombies.
But you always have someone with you pretty much the whole game.
Okay.
You know, Ellie's with you.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking her. You basically, it's a big road trip game.
Road trip.
And then I remember when I first played it, there's this big twist that happened in the middle of the game, and that was when that happened, and that whole chapter of that game, that was when I knew this game was something special. After that chapter,
Okay.
I won't say what it was and what happens. But after that, the game takes on a whole kind of different feel, a very emotional feel after this chapter.
Okay.
And it was like, this is just the greatest thing I've ever played in terms of story.
Right.
Gameplay wise, it's you're shooting, killing, sneaking around.
It's basically
you get
almost like
but you
Uncharted.
upgrade stuff. Unlike Uncharted, that's what I hated about Uncharted. You don't upgrade a thing. There's no upgrade. There's a bunch of upgrading, and there's upgrading weapons and skills and stuff like that. Graphics. I mean, this is the remastered one is what I played with PS4. It looks amazing for a
Right.
PS3 game. It really does. My gosh. Of course, it's one of the last, I guess, PS3 games I think to come out.
Oh, really?
I think so. It was towards the end of the PS3 life, I think. And then I realized the other day that there was a documentary on this, on the remaster. There's a documentary on the making of the game, hour and 25-minute long. I didn't even know it was on there. I watched it. It was good, because I don't see too many making of video games.
Yeah, no.
So that was really good, actually. Talked to the actors who did the voices and what they went through and stuff.
That's
It was
cool.
cool. That's good stuff. Can't wait for part 2, man, because goodness, I don't know where they're going to go with the story after.
Oh, yeah, that's it. They are doing a part 2.
Yeah, heck yeah. They have to. You can't not do a part 2 to this game. As big as it was,
Yeah.
you have to. We got to know what's going on with these characters. I want to know. I want to know where the next journey is. I want to know. And the ending to the game is great. It's a great ending, too. It's not a typical ending.
Okay.
It's one of the best endings ever, in my opinion. It's a game everyone should play, Sean. Everyone.
Well, you and Jason got me into Uncharted.
Yes.
So-
What does that mean? You will play Last of Us? Yes.
Maybe.
You should.
Let me get through some other games that are
Well,
coming out first, because
I mean, it's...
there's a lot coming out.
Yeah, I know.
Like a lot.
I know.
I'm gonna die. But
I beat it pretty quick. I skipped the cinematics when I played it this time.
you didn't see those in all of its glory.
No, I didn't feel... I wanted to beat it quickly. I don't know why. I just wanted to get that trophy.
I just died.
You get a trophy for New Game Plus. Your stuff carries over. I wasn't able to upgrade all the stuff, and I have to play it again to upgrade all the weapons. I'm almost there. So that sucked. That's a trophy,
Sounds
upgrading
like it.
all the weapons.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
And Ellie's awesome. I love Ellie, too. She's interesting little girl, I must say. And she tells these jokes. She gets this book with these corny jokes, and they're great. She reads them. That's a trophy, getting her to read them all. Because she only does it at certain spots.
Oh, okay.
And that's a trophy, getting her to read all of them.
So it's almost like the
They're funny.
optional
That's a separate.
dialogue
That's
thing.
separate.
Oh, that does that
And
too.
I actually missed that the first time around. There was one I missed. I got it all this time around. Optional dialogue. And that,
Can't you just
you really
replay
should
levels and
seek
it
that
works?
out. Huh?
Can't you just replay levels and it counts?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the optional dialogue in that is, you should really do it because you learn a lot about... It's really good to see the rapport between, especially the optional stuff between Ellie and Joel.
Right.
Try to seek those out when you can, because you get more out of it.
Do you play the DLC stuff?
Not this time around.
Oh.
First time around I did. Yeah. Yeah,
Are
that's
they-
good stuff too.
When does that take place? Like after?
That, well, it takes... They show you where it... No, that's right. It's two different... It's two different time periods in that.
Oh, okay.
It's in the middle of the game, during that chapter, well, before the chapter where I said it that took a twist,
Right.
And then there's a flashback to Ellie's past, and you learn a little more about her. What happened
Okay.
with her. And they played that on React. They played the whole game and the DLC on the React.
I remember that. I remember you talking about that.
Anyway, Last of Us, every video gamer should play this game. In my opinion, you're not going to find better storytelling anywhere. I don't think so.
I mean, it's all a matter of opinion, but...
Wow. I've never played a game where I was that emotional. Never. Never, ever.
What the...
Not in that way. I mean, Silent Hill, that's a different type of emotion. That's fear and like, whoa. But this, you know.
Right. Okay.
It starts off pretty rough.
So is this your 5 out of 5?
Oh, I would give it a 10.
10 out of 5?
Yeah, this is one of those rare 10 out of 5.
Okay.
Play it.
You heard it here first. Oh, maybe
not really. People have been talking about this game for years.
Yeah, good point. Okay, I guess my next one is we watched.
Wait.
Okay.
Aiming in the game is there is auto aiming like Uncharted.
Okay.
I always turn it off because it's hard to get headshots with auto aiming. I think
it is.
It is hard to aim. I will say that, but you can upgrade the weapon sway to the point where there's none.
What's the weapon sway?
Yes, like when you aim, there's a little bit of movement.
Okay.
Which will be realistic. But you can upgrade that to where there's none. It's a little easier. When you play the game first, it's going to be aiming is a little hard. I will warn you there. But you get used to it after a while.
I was like
that. It's hard.
I was like that with Uncharted.
It's a bit hard because I was having trouble when I played this again. Even with a little bit of weapon sway taken away.
I bet you
It's a lot of sneaking around. It's more sneaking. If you can sneak around, do that.
Don't you?
Because it's easy to take people out. Sneaking behind them.
Okay, I bet you miss your motion control.
Motion control? What are you talking about?
For aiming stuff.
Oh. That was Resident Evil 4. It made it so much easier.
Any Zelda game.
Okay.
Really.
Last of Us remastered PS4 version.
Okay, you're 10 out of 5.
10.
I'll do my movie next. The other movie, which was Bean.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Bean.
Yes.
I saw that movie a long, long time ago when I first came out in the theaters.
97, I think.
Yeah, that's about right.
So,
I don't even know why. I didn't even really watch that show. But I kind of did.
He's funny.
It's just weird.
It's weird. It's weird that he's Zazu, though.
Yeah.
But it was funny. I mean, do you remember anything about it?
No.
So I don't remember like a painting or whatnot.
No, I don't remember anything.
It was funny. I would probably give it a 3 out of 5 because it's Mr. Bean and it's hilarious. I did that without getting hit. Excuse me. So yeah, 3 out of 5. It's funny. I would definitely give it a watch. We found it. I think it was on demand. Actually, I don't think it was like Netflix or anything. So give it a watch. I would definitely recommend it. It might be a one-time thing though. It might be one of those things. But yeah, it was funny. So okay, your turn.
Preacher.
Okay.
So this, based on a comic book series,
right?
Which I had always heard about for years. I forget when it first came out. It might have been late '90s. And it always sounded kind of interesting to me. Mm-hmm. And the artwork looked cool. The covers to the books were. But I never read it.
Right.
When the show came out and saw the trailers and stuff. And Jason watched it and he really liked it. And for his birthday, he said it was on his wish list, so I bought it. And he told me I could borrow it.
Okay.
And it's bizarre. It is bizarre. I may just tell you.
Bizarre?
It is bizarre. And there's a lot of stuff going on. It's hard to like don't explain everything right away.
Okay.
So you're left questioning everything pretty much. Like, what is going on? I mean, first of all, there's this Irish vampire that jumps out of a plane and lands, it takes place in Texas, this small town in Texas.
Okay.
This guy, I think with Dominic, whatever his name is, who plays young Tony Stark's dad. Young version of him. In Captain America and on Agent of Carter. He played the young.
Right.
Yeah. I can't remember his dad's name.
I know who you're talking about, but I remember him.
Tony. Oh my gosh. Anyway, he plays preacher. He comes back. He apparently had his other life where he was. I don't know what he was. We don't know yet, but he's a good fighter and he likes to hurt people. Apparently, he was a bad person before he was a preacher.
Okay.
Okay. Well, he apparently made a promise to his dad. What that promise was, I don't know. They haven't revealed that yet. Because he has flashbacks to his dad. His dad gets killed. His dad was a preacher too. Why his dad gets killed, don't know that yet. There's only 10 episodes. I watched 5 so far. But there's this Irish vampire who is being hunted by these religious fanatics. They keep finding him. He jumps out. He's in his plane. Jumps out, lands in the town.
Okay.
And befriends the preacher. The preacher has no idea he's a vampire. Like, what this vampire has to do with anything, I don't know. He's just there.
Okay.
So there's a supernatural element because the show starts in outer space. But it's like weird looking outer space. Like it's like from the 70s. Okay. There's this comet, like looks like a comet shooting through space, but it sounds like a baby. Making baby noises. And it comes down and it enters all these different religious, like, people. And they explode. And one of them was Tom Cruise because he's Scientologist. There's a they show a bar and on the TV screen it says Tom Cruise has exploded. So it goes. There's this thing is going in at all these religious people, but enters the preacher.
Okay.
But the preacher doesn't explode. So then these 2 guys are trying to get this thing out of him, and the vampire attacks them, thinking they're after him, and he chops them all up into pieces while the preacher's passed out because preacher's a drinker. Okay. He's an alcoholic, so he's passed out, and he has no idea what's going on. Well, then these 2 guys come back. The 2 guys they chopped up into pieces come back, and he thinks they're like clones. The vampire thinks they're clones. Well, then they tell him that they're from heaven. I don't know what they are, angels or what. Okay. Trying to get this thing out of preacher.
Okay.
Preacher doesn't really know what's going on. But this thing inside him gives him the power to tell people. Like he'll tell somebody. He's kind of like the Purple Man from Jessica Jones. Whatever he tells someone to do, they'll do it no matter what.
Okay.
At first he didn't know he had this power, so he told... Because he's a preacher, he's not a very good preacher and he has a very small congregation. He has a very small church. Okay. He's not very good, but he's trying his best. But this one guy always comes to talk to him about his mom, about how he's complaining about his mom. And he says to him, just be honest and open your heart to her. Okay. He says to her, and then he sniped. This is when he has his power to tell people. He doesn't know it. At this point in time, the preacher doesn't realize he has his power.
Right.
So this guy's like, in a trance, open my heart, tell her the truth. So this guy flies to Florida where his mom is, tells his mom the truth, and then gets a knife and cuts his heart out. Because they're taking it literally, like he says. So he doesn't realize what he's doing. Now he realizes that he's kind of abusing the power now. Okay. He's just telling, people are coming up to him with their problems because he's a preacher, and he just says, like these 2 parents are like they're asking about advice on how to raise their kid, and he just, give your best judgment. And they're like, oh, okay. And then they get him like, okay. Like he says like 2 things to him. Right. And he gets, there's other stuff going on too. I mean, and that's the other thing. You got to pay attention because there's all kinds of stuff going on that they aren't paying off right away. And twice, they have this flashback sequence that takes place in the 1800s. I have no idea what it has to do with anything. And it's the guy from The Hobbit. What was his name? Graham something.
I don't know.
Well, he plays this long-haired guy. He doesn't talk. And his daughter was sick. And his wife tells him to go into town to get this medicine. It's a long way off, and he has to ride his horse. And this poor guy... And it's just twice you get these sequence. And I don't know what it has to do with anything, but it's really cool. But this poor guy goes into town. It's this terrible town of evil people. Okay. And he meets this preacher there who says, I know you. You were this guy in Gettysburg in the Civil War, and you were a killer. And on his way to this town, he meets this family. And he kind of befriends them, even though he doesn't say a word to them, but they kind of befriended him. Okay. And they all go to this town, and he thinks they're going to get attacked. So he turns around and finds out that those people that he befriended were just as bad as everyone else in the town. And then the preacher guy shoots his horse. This poor guy has to walk home. And he walks home and his family's dead. And it's like, this poor guy. And like, and this show has a sense of humor to it, like, which I was surprised.
Okay.
That I thought this was a serious. It looked like a serious comic book, but it's very tongue in cheek, very dry sense of humor. But these flashbacks, there's no humor at all, and I don't know what it has to do with anything. Okay. It's in the 1800s, and it's like, what? The last sequence, this guy grabbed his guns, and that was the last assault of him.
Okay.
They don't show him every episode.
Okay.
And but his name, Graham, I can't remember what his last name is. The guy from The Hobbit, but his name is in the opening credits, like he's one of the main characters. So I don't know what's going on there. It's really interesting. I only watched 5 episodes.
Okay.
I'm getting more intrigued into what's going on. There's a lot going on.
Sounds like it.
But I thought the premise of the comic book was different from what I read on, because I looked it up one time. Yeah, and I thought it had to do with him literally searching for God, going across the country. But that isn't what's going on. I mean, unless it happens later. I don't know. I was going to look it up again, but I don't want to spoil stuff for me.
Well, yeah.
Because season 2's on right now. I don't know if Jason's watching. I don't know. But it's just strange. It is. It's something else. There's a lot of characters. The characters are really neat. Quirky characters. Really weird characters. And like, a vampire. There's a guy with a weird face.
Yeah,
there's one guy who tried to kill himself with a shotgun and it didn't work.
Okay.
Now his face kind of looks like a butthole. And that's his character's name in the comic book was.
Okay.
I don't remember what his name was exactly, but it had something to do with his face looking like a butthole. And every time he talks, it has subtitles because you can't talk right.
Right.
So it's this weird, quirky thing
that's really weird
going on in this show. I'm just like, wow, this is something else. So I'm not done it yet. So far, I'm enjoying it. In the first 2 episodes, I was like, what's going on? The more you find out,
Right.
But now he's abusing his power, telling people what to do.
Well, you could have seen that coming. But interesting.
It is. There's a lot going on in the show. I could go on and on about what's going on. Seriously, that was just a little bit. Like, why there's vampires, I don't even know.
Yeah, that one's a little strange.
Yeah, but he's funny. This Irish guy, he talks real fast. Sometimes you can't understand him. He's kind of quirky. And it's weird. He's hanging out at the church. He lives at the church. He sleeps there. Because he befriended the preacher.
Right.
When he first landed. When he landed in the town, his body was pretty much, his little guts are hanging out, and he made a crater. I guess when somebody falls from that far up, you're not going to be much left of you. But he doesn't die because he's a vampire.
Yeah.
But the only way he can heal is by drinking blood.
Right.
So you had to get this cow they landed near to heal. Eat this cow. Oh, God.
Interesting.
That's my half review because I'm not done yet.
Oh, that's true.
So far, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I do want to read the comic. If the comic's different or not, I want to find out.
Be worth a shot, I guess.
Well, they're releasing hardcovers of the comic right now. They're pretty expensive.
Interesting.
Like the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'd like to get them, but we'll see. That's all I got.
Okay, well, I got one more. It's a game.
What?
Hey, Pikmin.
What's that guy's name? Graham McTavish, I think his name.
Okay.
I talked about him before. He did the voice of Dracula on Castlevania.
Oh, okay.
The guy from The Hobbit.
Gotcha.
It's just, I don't know what his deal is. I'm more curious about that than anything else going on in the regular show. What does this have to do with what's going on now?
Who knows?
Well, that's I'll see. I mean, I'm assuming they're not going to leave that hanging at the end of the...
Yeah, that would be... What the...
What are you doing?
I don't know. I just ran through the wall.
All right, go ahead.
So, yeah, my next...
Is there another movie?
Thing is... No, a game. I just said
Oh, Pokemon Go.
No. Hey, Pikmin.
Oh.
The 3DS Pikmin game that just came out.
Pokemon Pikmin, you know, it kind of sounds the same, doesn't it?
Not really.
Pikmin.
So, Hey Pikmin came out. And
is that a side-scrolling game?
It is a side-scrolling game. But it plays just like a Pikmin game, just in side-scrolling. So I'm honestly... It was actually pretty fun. If you like the original Pikmin game, then...
I don't. I hated it.
Well, then that's your loss.
I didn't hate it. I don't know what to talk about.
It was...
I didn't really play it, to be honest. I rented it to get that trophy from Smash Brothers.
Oh, that's right. That was a thing.
Yeah, I rented it. I spent money on that. I might not have spent money, maybe something.
But, you know...
Oh, man, I probably did. That was GameCube.
It was... I liked the original. I actually haven't finished it. But...
The original game you never finished.
Yeah, I don't
That's what you do. You go from one game to the next and you don't finish them.
I try.
No, you don't. You don't.
Okay, name one game.
You don't. Majora's Mask took you how long?
But I did. I finished it. Did I not?
It shouldn't have taken you that long, is my point.
Granted.
When you play a game, you start it, you need to finish it before you go on to something.
Yes, well.
Like, I don't know what I'm going to do when Metroid comes out and Marvel's coming out. I have 2 games to play at one time.
Well, you gotta pick a priority.
And then SNES comes out. What the heck with 80,000 games on it? What am I supposed to do?
Did I get my trophy? Do I have to actually beat the stage? Okay. But, it's...
What?
Yeah.
What?
Hey Pikmin's good. You got your side-scrolling Pikmin game, and it's pretty good. It has probably a really good use of Amiibo. You can scan any of the Mario, the Animal Crossing, and the Splatoon Amiibo, and you can actually find them in the game somewhere. They'll scan, and Tails looks really weird in this. But it's good. I would give it, I'm going to say a 4. A 4 out of 5. It could be better. It's missing, like, I could barely, like, notice much music in the game.
It's just sound effects. Aren't they all like that?
No, there is some music. But, yeah. And you only can get a max of 20 Pikmin in a level, which I was kind of hoping you could get more, but I understand it's the 3DS, so you're not going to get a lot. But, yeah, I would give it, what did I say? 4 out of 5. Hey, Pikmin, give it a shot. There is a demo on the 3DS eShop if you would like to try it. So.
No.
Okay, then you heard it here first.
What's this? SNES Omnibus.
Mm-hmm.
A complete guide to the Super Nintendo Volume 1.
Alright, Chris. I think that's it, right? You got any other reviews?
Oh, we don't know when it's coming out. Oh, it's a hardcover.
Chris?
No, I told you I didn't. Can you hear me? Do you hear what I'm saying?
I'm just
here?
confirming, yeah.
Super NES Omnibus. A complete guide to the Super Nintendo Volume 1. It features art on more than 350 SNES titles as well. That's an error. Gaming memoirs regain the industry, and this large full-cover hardcover is set to release early next year. No price yet.
Interesting.
Volume 1, A to M. I must have this, Sean. I must have this.
Okay, well.
Go to this website.
Would you rather have that
Go to this
or the actual SNES?
Why can't I have both?
Because who knows?
You bonehead. Go to this website. I want to see what it looks like.
Afterward.
We're done.
Do you have any Marvel stuff?
No, because I figured we weren't going to have much time to do a podcast tonight because we're limited on time, so I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay. All right, well then, thank you all for listening. We managed to do 45
I don't have anything
minutes.
to read. I won't have anything to read until next week.
Okay, noted.
I need to come up with stuff to do in the interim. Maybe I'll do a handbook profile. I could do a random handbook profile.
Those trivia cards were fun.
I'm not doing that every week, man.
Why not?
And do the whole thing. Once a month. But you don't know which cards you've done already.
That's why if we do that, we're going to have to put some aside or
I'd probably remember what you asked me, though. I'm sure.
That's true, yeah.
I'll just act like I know and I can tell you the real answers.
Yes.
Man,
okay, well.
Cool, man.
Thank you all for listening. I just did that.
Yeah,
That
you
didn't
didn't,
go
you
through.
creep.
I collected 200 rings. Whatever. Alright, thank you guys for listening. Tune in
Whoever
next
you
week
are.
for...
If you actually upload it.
Shh. Alright, guys. Until next time. Sayonara.
Adios. Adios. Adios.